I'm not ready to give up on Ben Simmons. Ben Simmons, please come back to the Sixers. I love you.
Yo.
So, hello everyone and welcome back. This is the Echols Unlimited podcast. I'm your host, Terrence Echols. And today I have the privilege of talking to, one of my very good friends, very good teammate, Matt Herasme. Matt, how you doing today, man?
Good, man. How you doing?
I'm good. It's good to have you back on. It's your second appearance.
Yes, sir.
Finally got you. This time we're on video now.
I see that.
Yeah, exactly.
Upgrade a little bit.
We're making our way up.
I see, yeah.
We're making our way up, man. We're trying to. Yeah, but, last time I talked to you, you hadn't even started your sophomore season yet. And here you are halfway through your senior season. So, first and foremost, let me ask, how has senior year been for you so far? It's your last semester.
It's been good, man. Calm, not much going on. Just, basketball and school. And then, in my free time, my girlfriend comes up here every once in a while and we just chill. But it's been good, man. Smooth. Can't complain.
Yeah, definitely like a low-key year for you for sure. And, things have been crazy, been through ups and downs throughout the past, 4 years now. What are some of the things that you can look back on and reflect as, as a person? Let me just ask as a person, how you've grown in your 4 years at Marist.
Well, I become much more mature than when I first entered, at 18. I was pretty mature when I first came here,
yeah.
But basketball had a lot to do with that. Went through a lot on the court, injuries, tough losses. So a lot of character building within my 4 years, I feel like has made me a better person.
Absolutely. And then, as a player, I've seen the growth. I've seen you, as a sophomore, you had to take on such a big role, not only being the team's primary defender, but, you had to be one of our leading scorers as well. So, that's something you've had to shoulder. And then you sort of, as years have gone on, we've recruited more guys who can score the ball. So then you kind of moved into more of a leadership role still. But what was it like sort of getting that leadership role early on and then still being that guy for basically the past 3 seasons?
It's been kind of an easy transition. I feel like as a person, I kind of can instill my will in my team. So, I try to do that by working hard and showing guys the right way to do things. And I feel like especially with young teams last year and this year, I was kind of the older statesman of the team, so it just kind of fell on me, and I just took it and ran with it. So, I take pride in it though, and I'm happy it's my position, so I just try to do the best at it. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. No, Captain Matt.
That's what they call me. Yeah.
that's your mantra, man, yeah. Captain Matt. No, and the way you've been able to do that, it's something that is admired, and I don't know if you've seen, but I've had guys on here, Jao, Ricardo. And they talk about you, they say, I don't want to let Matt down. I try to be more like Matt Herasme.
Another thing, probably by just being more, I want to get like Matt Herasme on the defense end, though. Just having his mindset on the defense end every night, you know what I'm saying? Playing how hard he does, really,
That's a tough,
because I feed off of their, defensive-wise, I feed off their energy. Let me tell you the people I feed off of energy on the defensive end. Jao, I definitely feed off his energy.
Oh my God, yeah.
Gliz,
yep.
Matt,
yep.
Them three, whenever we were them three on the court together,
you feel good.
I feel that because I know
they're gonna bring that energy
every time,
effort, yeah,
every time,
and it makes you just want to work just as hard.
So I love it. I love when we get stops and they get steals and fast breaks because anything can happen. And that pressure,
I don't want to be a liability on the court. I don't want to frustrate the guys. I don't want to let Matt down. Obviously, he's going so hard.
Captain Matt.
Yeah,
yes, sir.
He's going so hard. You know what I'm saying? So it's the least I can do is match that. Yeah. I tell him every game, I'm following you. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I see how hard he's guarding their best players. So I want to be that. I want to be able to be trusted to have that assignment. So just knowing everything, but he knows everything. He's calling the team. He's calling their plays out. He's like, Jao, flip. I'm like, yeah. So it's to have that is it's real. So I'm trying to get like that for real.
Exactly.
Basketball mind, knowledge, like just locked in, clicking.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like, yeah.
And so you're trying to your feed off of Matt, like he's who inspires you on the court.
Matt, just everybody really, but Matt is just somebody who like when he came back and I saw his ability just to impact the game without scoring the most points. It was impressive because to the outside looking in, like fans, he doesn't score. He's probably not that. Bro, he's guarding the team's best player, holding them to 10 points or less. Mm-hmm. He's hitting every open shot he gets. Yep,
leading the conference in 3-point percentage.
So it's like this guy may not be it to you, but to a basketball player who's on the court, to a coach, to a scout who can actually pay attention and see what's going on, he's valuable as hell. Right. He's playing 30 minutes a night.
Yep. Yeah.
What kind of stamina is this? Plus guarding the team's best player. Yeah. You feel what I'm saying? So like that's not easy. But he's got it.
Yeah.
And I got it. Yeah. So I gotta match that.
Yeah. That's me. How does that make you feel to see, guys like that say stuff about you?
I appreciate it. The young, talented kids on the team, respect all the things that I do that aren't really noticed sometimes. Like they could tell it makes an impact on the court. So it makes me feel good when I hear stuff like that. Those are my good friends, so I appreciate it.
Right. Yeah. So let's go back a little bit. Sophomore year. Tough season for us, for sure. We had a lot of stuff on the court, off the court happen. What was that like, going through, all the adversity that we had to go through? I mean, lost 11 games in a row, unfortunately, only won 7 games on the season. Talk to me about, how your sophomore year was for you.
Very tough. Toughest year playing basketball, especially, having a lot of success in high school. Wasn't used to losing, that much ever in my life. Probably lost 9 games total in high school. It was crazy. We were always winning, but college is way different. And that year, like you said, we lost 2 rotation players early in the year, and then we had 3 freshmen playing big minutes. Guys first year, Cub Jordan's first year off the red shirt. It was just a whole new team. And the toughest part about that season was losing so many games by 5 points or less, in the last 2:30, 3 minutes of the game. That's what really would hurt. Because, our record, and it's dang, this team was so bad, but we were just inexperienced and we didn't know how to finish games. So that was definitely the toughest part to have to deal with, looking back at the final record and realizing man, if we could have done one thing better each game, completely different season. So it was tough, but I feel it's helped me try not to get that taste in my mouth, try to finish games and get more W's and L's. Obviously that's the main goal.
Exactly. And going into that season, as if the season wasn't hard enough, we were right in it to the end against Niagara. We had a chance at the end, couldn't pull it out. It's a fortunate way to end it, but it was good to see, nobody really gave up. And that was another important thing. And plus, we had pretty much everyone back.
Yeah.
Coming back for the next season. And then, so I left Atlantic City with some optimism. Mm-hmm. But also, we weren't the only team that had to deal with adversity during that week because, everything got shut down after that. Right. What was it like going through, being a student athlete, having to transition to the online classes and whatnot? It was only your sophomore year, so you hadn't really had a good taste of Marist. I guess you had your freshman year.
Yeah. I mean, freshman year and the first semester of sophomore year, but still thinking back now, it seems dang, that was a while ago.
Yeah, majority of your college career has been during a pandemic, which kind of sucks. I'm sorry that you had to deal with that.
Everybody's doing it.
Exactly. Yeah, and then what was it like? Sort of, just going home, staying in the house. I know a guy like you can't just sit in the house for 2 to 3 months. What were you doing there during that time?
Luckily, there was a gym by me. And a lot of guys were home for school, a lot of college players in my area. So we would work out 4 times a week, just doing whatever, lift in my garage and stuff like that. So I was staying active, but It just gave me like more time with my family, which was nice, but it was definitely weird. Like the online classes, I didn't really like. You start get like uninterested, halfway through. So it was tough, but we're trying to get out of it now. So hopefully it's almost done.
Exactly. No, and I think it's something we're probably gonna have to deal with for years to come. We're just gonna have to find a way to live with it, like as we do with all the other illnesses in the world. But no, this has definitely been a tough time. And then we get to the summer. We don't get summer school, and we're meeting on Zoom every week. What was sort of like? Were you still doing like the training 4 days a week with the college guys and just lifting in your garage, or did it get to change once you got to the summer when things started to open back up?
I would kind of still do that. Every once in a while, I'd go to like somewhere in New Jersey to like work out and stuff like that. So, I kind of know like good like people like involved in basketball like by me and stuff. So everybody was trying to find ways to get in the gym. So I was one of them. But yeah, like you said, we didn't even get to like meet as a team. Like first time I'm meeting the teammates is first day of school,
right?
Like which is like different than we've done in the prior. So it was definitely weird.
Yeah, for sure. I remember that too. Meeting in the locker room, the football locker room.
Yeah.
And having to do physicals in there because it's like a bigger space or something. Yeah. I don't even know.
Very weird.
But yeah, and then we get into that. Let's get into your junior year because you had a huge role your sophomore year. We bring in more guys who can score. Fill the void, fill the need. So then you're expected to not only come back stronger, but come back with better guys around you.
Right.
So we're in a better position to win, better position to do well. And I remember like you were working so hard and then you had an injury. So talk to me about that a little bit.
That was definitely tough, especially, like that whole COVID, like I was working out like a bunch of times, like getting ready for the season. And then like in my last workout, kind of before I left, I had like kind of hurt my thumb, but like didn't really know if anything was like wrong, kind of. And then like when I came back for school in the fall, I like kind of kept doing it and it just got worse. So like I eventually had to sit out like 6 weeks up until like the first game. Basically, I came back, I think the day before the first game was my first practice.
Right, yeah.
So I missed the whole preseason.
Mm-hmm.
And then, it was like kind of tough to bounce back after that. Like, hadn't got like a lot of reps up, just kind of trying to find my way throughout the rest of the year. It was definitely a challenge, but luckily I had surgery after my junior year and now everything's good, so I haven't had problems with it. But it was hard to deal with, like you said, like working for like 3 months, getting ready to, be a bigger part, like offensively, especially with the new guys coming around, and not being able to do that was hard. But it is what it is. I think it's made me a stronger person. So yeah.
Right, absolutely, man. And one big thing that I saw the growth in, and that everyone saw the growth in, was your shooting. Mm-hmm. And that was, that's probably your main thing offensively, is just your ability to knock down shots, hit open shots. And I think your freshman year, you didn't shoot that great of a percentage. And then here you come your sophomore year, you're put into this giant, huge role, and you're shooting almost 40% from three and taking a lot of attempts too. Yeah. So it's like you saw that improvement. You were able to, hold on to that for entire summer. It's like, okay, I'm that guy.
Right.
And then an injury could just knock that down. Sure. What do you attribute? Because I remember you telling me why, but I want to see if you remember what you told me the first time I asked. Yeah. What do you attribute your ability to shoot so well your sophomore year to? Because I remember in the preseason, coaches, like, you weren't struggling, but you weren't hitting the shots like you wanted to.
Right.
And they were like, oh, you should change this, you do that. What do you attribute that to?
I was just shooting on the gun every day, pretty much. Like, just doing my own stuff. I wasn't trying to listen to what they're saying, like, really. You know how it is sometimes. But,
right.
yeah, I just got on the gun a lot, pretty much. And then, once you start hitting them in the games, actually, then your confidence starts to build, and then like you're not really thinking about it. So that definitely had a lot to do with it. Just
okay.
Like, yeah, once you start seeing them go, like, because even to start that season, I wasn't really shooting that many, or like, I wasn't high in attempts or makes really.
Yeah.
Like the first 5 games, and then once I started getting like 2 a game, then it like started picking up from there. So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then I remember asking, I was like, Matt, what happened? Like, preseason, guys were talking to you, and then now you're just one of the best shooters on the team, and then you're like, dude, I talked to my mom. Like, she told me.
Oh, she definitely had something to do with it, too.
Yeah.
She's always hyping me up, for sure. Yeah.
You're like, she just told me to just shoot it, and that's what I did.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't need to change anything.
That do sound like something I would say, for sure.
Yeah, no, and I just thought that was hilarious, you know? And then, I mean, obviously last year, things happened. You got hurt, so I'm not going to put it on you for that, but you were able to lead the team in a way that I could admire, because it was our first winning season in forever.
Yeah.
And that main thing, and probably one of your best attributes as a player, is your ability to understand what the other team is doing offensively to help our defensive game plan, and then not only just understanding it, but just your defensive ability, length, quickness, athleticism, just ability to, you know, stay on your guy and contest every shot. What do you sort of attribute that to? Like, where do you get your defensive intensity from?
I feel like coming in as a freshman, I kind of was just like a lot of energy, high energy all the time, just like trying to do things. I was playing like 17 minutes a game, so I wasn't out there that long. I was just playing hard.
Yeah.
But as I've gotten older, I've really like studied the game. You know, I do watch a lot of film by myself outside of like what our coaches provide us.
Yeah.
So I'm able to understand, like, you know, what the opponent is trying to do, what like their strengths are, and like how we can come up with like a better game plan to try and combat that. So that really, like, watching a lot of film, like when I'm watching like a game every night, like multiple games, like I just love watching NBA, college. I watch my brother's like high school game, like everything. I just try to, you know, learn, because, you know, that's what I love. So it's fun for me. Like, that's why when we watch film and all that stuff, like, it's good, because when you're on the court, like, you can really see, like, you know exactly what they're doing. It makes it so much easier for you. So I just try to take advantage of like the little things.
Exactly. And, you know, I can attest to that. Like, you watch the game every single night. Like, even like a couple nights ago, you're like, oh yeah, this and this team and this team are playing. And I'm like, wait, I didn't even know that.
Yeah. I always know what's going on.
Right. And then I ended up turning on the game, and I'm like, wow, this is a good game. Like, and then you know other teams' schedules. Like that, people don't do that.
Yeah, I'm on ESPN a lot, just checking the games. Like, I'm always checking up on my guys, you know, who are playing. So I'm always trying to watch one of their games, and then like whatever other good college game, NBA game is on. Like, so that's what I enjoy to do. Like, I don't really play video games as much anymore. I just kind of watch. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So what you're saying is I could probably bust you in 2K.
Man, I don't know about that. I ain't that rusty. I don't know. Yeah, we gotta see.
All right. Yeah. Because I mean, I'm not. I try to get into it, but I can't. Yeah. I just bought 2K22. Yeah. Like for Christmas.
I probably got it. Yeah, around Christmas time. I probably played it like once. So.
Oh really? Okay. I play more than you then. Yeah. But also, I'm a grad student. I just be chilling. Right. All my classes are online.
I still got real work. So
exactly. You still gotta get that paper, that piece of paper, man.
Yeah. Soon.
Yeah. So how's that been? How's school been for you academically? Because I know you do well in school. Like you never really have to worry about that with you. But how does that go? What's your major? Like how do you like that?
I'm a business major with a concentration in finance. So I need.
It's tough.
Yeah, you know, it's a lot of work kind of, but I've been able to like manage with, you know, with pretty good GPA. So I just try and stay on top of my stuff, and that's it. So I just excited to be done.
Yeah.
Once these next, what is it, 15 weeks?
Something like that. Yeah, like probably 14 left, because today's Friday, so yeah, 14 left, man.
Yeah, man, I'm excited for that day. Definitely.
You're looking forward to graduation, walking the stage, everything like that.
Yeah.
Are you gonna have a big family turnout? Like,
Yeah.
Okay.
Most definitely.
I assume so, right?
Yeah. Graduation party for sure.
Exactly. No, and that's huge, man. And I hope we can have like an actual ceremony, you know, because like last year we was in the rain, like it was.
I was watching online.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. You had to watch online. Like people couldn't come to the ceremony. It was kind of dumb. Like I wasn't a huge. Yeah. I mean,
you're walking this year though, right? You guys walk like the day after us or something?
Yeah, the day before on that Friday.
I'll be there. My sister.
Hey, my guy. Appreciate that. But yeah, like, it's gonna be hopefully a better year in terms of graduation season. I know we were lucky to have a graduation. Class of 2020 never even got one.
Right.
They're getting theirs with you guys.
Really?
Yeah, I think grad students go Friday, you guys go Saturday, and I think 2020 is going like either Sunday or Monday.
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
Nah, I mean, that's what I think. At
maybe
least.
that could be something. But that's kind of like. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like my friends who were in 2020, they've been employed for almost 2 years.
They don't want. There's no point. Just give me the.
Exactly.
Just give me the diploma or whatever.
Exactly. Yeah. Nah, and I mean, college is tough. And what are some of the things that you try to pass on to, the young guys and try to get them to understand, it's important to get your academics in order?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, luckily we get the opportunity to do like one summer class a semester or like during the summer session. So that's helped like with my credits, not having to take like 5 classes every semester, having to take only 4. And it's really just time management, like, a lot of those guys are in study hall, so, like, you kind of have specific times, but, like, I've been lucky, like, since I had good grades, I kind of just do what I want on my own. Like, I don't have to go to study hall. So I try to tell them that, like, if you get good grades, you don't got to go to study hall, but, some of them don't want to listen.
Exactly.
But, they'll learn. They're young.
Right.
They got time.
Yeah. And then, so what is sort of your approach to school and like getting the work done? Like, are you just like a dude that schedules everything? Are you organized? Like, my biggest thing is like my organization. Yeah. Like, I have everything written down. I take notes on everything, bro. Like, what is your thing? How do you keep going?
I kind of just try to like tackle one class at a time, kind of like whatever assignments due first, just try to do that, and then like the bigger ones, just like working on them gradually, kind of. Like, especially now, we got like a bunch of papers that like, man, this one in this class like 100 pages.
Oh yeah.
For the semester, so it's like, you just can't try to do it all like the night before. Like, it's not gonna work out.
Exactly.
So you just kind of try to pace it out. That's what I was kind of trying to do.
Yeah, and so I get that. Pace yourself for sure. So like, are you working on the road? Like, you sit behind me on the bus.
Yeah.
Like, I don't really see you like with a pen and paper and your textbook and whatnot. So like, when do you get this work done? Are you just, because I know you don't just sit in the crib every night too, because I see you in the gym every single night.
Yeah. Nah, I mean, on the road, like, probably the first hour once we get in the room, like, I'll do something.
Oh, okay.
But, like, I do have a lot of free time. Like, last semester, I, like, class? Tuesday, Thursday. So, like, I got 3 days off and, like, the weekends.
Oh,
so, you know what I'm saying? I find time.
Okay.
Like I said, those summer classes now, like, set me up for these last 2 semesters to be kind of chilling. So.
Exactly. No, that's tough for sure. All right, so, I mean, we talked about, dealing with that injury at the beginning of your junior year, and then we ended up having a decent season for Marist standards, absolutely. And, that's something we can be proud of, to be the first team in, over a decade to have a winning record and being a part of that and being able to lead the team in that. So what were your thoughts, like, sort of going into, like, maybe like the end of the season? We're having a better year. We think we're gonna, make some noise in the tournament and whatnot. And then, unfortunate things happen. We took the loss to Niagara. They got the best of us. What were your thoughts about that?
That was tough. Just, a tough first half. We just didn't come out with enough energy. They were out rebounding us. And, we had a surge in the second half that, made the game really close last possession. But
absolutely.
ultimately, like, you know, we kind of let it get away from us a little bit too much. So it was definitely tough. I was hurt for sure. Yeah.
And then you know, you head into the off season. You know, still kind of having to deal with that pandemic stuff, and you know, luckily by the time the off season came around, you know, vaccine and stuff became more available, so it wasn't as restrictive as it was, you know, because during that season, during the COVID season, like, we couldn't really leave campus. Like, basically our entire season, we were on campus by ourselves. How did you deal with that?
Same way you did. It just, man, it was tough. It was just boring, you know. Yeah, it was not a fun time, I'm not going to lie, but, you know, we got through it now. It's kind of normal, so just try not to think about it too much.
Exactly. Nah, man, and I tell you, like, just coming back, it became like just this routine, this drowning routine. It felt like you're just going through the same thing every day. Okay, go to practice. Oh, we got food after practice. Okay, get food, and then go straight back to the dorm, and then maybe come back to the gym if the gym was even open.
Right.
And we had a big problem with that, like gym availability. And I know, like, you're the type of person who likes to, you know, get work outside of the gym. And I know you were like scrambling, trying to find things to do. You're like doing home workouts and all that stuff too.
Yeah, it was not, like you said, it wasn't fun. It was just a bad time.
Bro, I tell you, me and Z-Man, right?
Oh yeah, you guys were sneaking into the gym on top?
No, we weren't sneaking in there.
Right.
We weren't sneaking in there. We weren't sneaking in there. Dorian was working us out up there.
Right.
Yeah. So we were like doing that on like game days and stuff like that. But no, like me and Z-Man during like while everything was closed down, like on days like we have an off day. Mm-hmm. We know McCann's not open. Yeah. We know like we can't really get in the gym. So what we would do is like, shout out to our boy Isaiah Lamb.
Lamb workouts?
We get I have my sliders.
Yes, sir.
We have resistance band. Z-Man had like a little resistance band that we could do, like, you know, the side step, the band walks and all that stuff, and sort of we could work triceps, biceps, that type of stuff. But like we were just literally jail workouts, doing push-ups.
Here? Oh,
in Gartland, bro. Literally in the hallways in Gartland.
Like, in
the hallways. Because nobody was there.
I feel you. That's what's up.
We would do like these little circuit things. Z-Man, or I forget, somebody had like a set of like 20-pound dumbbells. Yeah. So we would do.
Damn, man. I should have called me.
I know. Yeah. But like we understood, like you were playing. Yeah. Like you were playing every night. So like
was hurt,
exactly. He was hurt. I wasn't. I don't really play. So like we were just like trying to find a way to get our work.
I didn't know that.
Dude, we were really grinding it out, man. And I got like we were going into hotels. Like they were kicking us out of the gyms in the hotels because because of COVID protocols.
Right.
Like they wouldn't let us do that. Bro. And they're like, oh yeah, we have this other COVID friendly workout space. It would have like 4 treadmills, like
no weights.
No weights.
Man, bro, that's crazy.
Yeah, it was
terrible.
It was a rough time. Time for sure.
For sure.
And you know, so who do you work out with when you're home? I know you have, you know, your one guy, and then do you do like, or is the only weights you do in your garage, or is it just?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
Yeah. I got like dumbbells, a bench, and all that stuff, so I just work out there.
I feel that. Yeah. For those of you who don't know, when we're in the gym, I come up to Matt before every exercise, and I ask him what weight he's doing, so I can do like 5-10 pounds less than that, because he does so much.
That's pretty accurate.
I'm like, Matt, what'd you do? You're like, oh man, I did like 45s. All right, I'm gonna do 40s.
Yeah, 40s. Yeah, pretty much. That's how it goes.
Exactly. So I mean, that's good that you're able to, you know, self-direct yourself like that. Like how do you do that? Do you like look up different regimens and stuff, or is that?
Sometimes, like I just ask my dad, like, what are some good exercises, kind of.
Mm-hmm.
So, not much behind it.
I feel that. Yeah. And then, I mean, all right, so we talked about, tough loss to Niagara in the MAC tournament. Coming into your senior year, got to do the summer here. How did that go? Because I wasn't here.
Yeah, well, I missed the summer because that's when I had surgery. So I was here. I was here with the guys, but I didn't actually work out.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
But
okay.
I was here.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I was here like 3 times a week though. Mm-hmm. Like watching the workouts, staying just like chilling and lift, just like talking to the guys, getting to know them. But I wasn't actually able to participate. So yeah, another boring summer.
Exactly, man. And then our new guys couldn't see, Matt and
right.
They couldn't see Captain Matt.
Nah. They had to wait. They had to wait a little bit. Yeah.
I feel that. And then, coming into your senior year, last year as an undergraduate, like what was it like, just coming into this year being like, okay, it's my senior year, it's time to go. Like, it's time to make a run. Like, what did you change about, or did you go about the same way? Like, what have you changed since, it's your senior year?
Just trying to take every day, like, for what it is, like realizing that this is my last year, so you gotta try to make the most of every day. Pretty much practice, games, like just take advantage of every moment you get, and like just try to get the young guys on that same page. Because like when you come in, you're like, oh, I got so much time. And now, like, you look back, it's already your senior year.
Bro, it's crazy.
It goes by quick, man. I don't know how it happened, but it's crazy.
Crazy, man.
My brother now is like a junior. Like, he's about to graduate high school. Yeah. Like, that to me is crazy. So, time's going by way too fast. But, I just try to do that. Just take every day, just try to make the most out of every day. Yeah.
I get that. So what advice and stuff are you passing down to him? You pretty much dealt with everything. You dealt with, playing great. You dealt with, injuries. You dealt with, team losing, all that stuff. What knowledge are you able to pass down to your brother so, like, maybe he has a better shot, once he tries to, start playing college basketball?
Yeah, I just tell him everything I've been through, like, everything. Like, he knows everything I've been through. Like, I try to explain to him the game and like different strategies and stuff like that. Things that like, coaches may look for in like a point guard at the college level, what they like to see. So I'm always like try to, luckily this past break I've been able to go to like a bunch of his games, watch him. Mm-hmm. I always try to watch on YouTube and stuff when they're live streaming it. Just trying to help him out. Like, I love watching him play because seeing him like grow, like it's crazy. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. He's a junior already. Yeah. Like, he was just in 8th grade. It felt like just like chilling. But, now he's playing at Bosco. So, I've been there, like, same high school coach as me, all that stuff. So I just try to tell him everything I've been through. And, he always is open ears, like trying to listen and learn. So it's been good. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And, you mentioned Bosco, like that was your high school and you guys, won a couple state championships, 2. Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
2 back-to-back.
Make sure I get it right.
Yeah.
And then, but you guys obviously were very successful on the court. You had a lot of really good players in that program. How was it, keeping up with all the guys?
Yeah, they're great players, but, my best friends still talk every day. Ron Harper Jr., shout out my man. You know him, Rutgers.
Yeah.
They just beat Iowa, what was it, last night, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. They beat Purdue, too.
Yeah, they beat Purdue. Yeah, he had a half-court buzzer beater, went viral. So, yeah. My other boy, Marcellus Arlington, he's playing at San Diego. Okay. In the West Coast League, like with Gonzaga.
Oh, right.
So he's doing good over there. He transferred from St. John's. So now he's out in Cali living. Mm-hmm. My other boy, Chris Paul is actually his name.
Oh, yeah. I remember you mentioned him to me one time.
That's my guy. He's playing at St. Anselm. It's a Division II.
Right, but they're good.
10, yeah, they're like nationally ranked. Like last year, I think they made it to, or the year before, they made it to like the Elite Eight in the tournament. So he's over there killing. But I'm always keeping up with my guys. My guy Ace. He at Hartford.
Oh, yeah. Shout out Austin, man.
Shout out Ace, man. They just got back playing after like a month off because of COVID.
Oh.
They played last night and they got the dub.
Dang, okay.
Yeah, so,
Shout out Austin, man.
In fact, he's been killing all my guys.
Yeah.
I got D-Rock.
Yes.
Virginia Union, he killing over there. They like nationally ranked also.
Okay. Yeah, shout out D-Rock, man.
Cub. We got a lot of people that not here no more. I gotta shout them out.
For real.
Boy Cub at St. Francis, Brooklyn, doing his thing.
Yes.
I'll be
Yes,
tuned
sir.
in for sure.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Z-Man.
Z-Man.
They got the win last night.
Got the dub last night. I peeped. He had like 8 and 6.
Yeah.
Something like.
Yes, sir.
I be tuned in. I tell you.
Exactly.
So all my guys are doing good, man. I'm happy for everybody.
And that's awesome. That's awesome. You know, and I know it's probably a hard question for you to answer, but like the fact that you're able to just rattle off all these, you know, former teammates that you've had good relationships with, like what do you think it is about you that makes, you know, other guys gravitate towards you and make you be like, okay, Matt's the guy, like Matt's my guy. What is it?
They are my guys. I'm not that guy, you know what I'm saying? They are great guys, and we just get along. Like we had great times when everybody was here. You know, unfortunately they're not here anymore, but you know, we still got those ties, and those are still my guys. So
exactly,
yeah, a lot of memories with those dudes.
Right, right. And I mean, I'm just trying to get at it, man. And I asked you this question the last time you were on the podcast. I'm like, why are you the man? Bro. Like, what makes you the man? Bro, stop. You. All right, listen. Isaiah, shout out to Isaiah Lamb, man. OG. Like he was here, like he's one of the coolest dudes I've ever met.
Thanks.
And you know, I had him on this podcast, great dude overall. When he was here, he was the man.
Right.
Right? My freshman, sophomore year, your freshman year, he was the man.
He's that man, yeah.
And someone has to take that role. And I'm not lying when I say the past 3 years you've been the man.
I don't know what that means, but if you want to give me that title, all right, that's cool, man. I just be minding my business. I don't know what T's talking about.
Yeah, okay. Right. I told Jao he might need to take your spot.
Jao's that dude for sure.
Once you graduate.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm getting a call. So, I mean, Matt, I forgot what we were talking about.
Yeah, me too.
You forget?
I don't know, honestly.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
It's early.
I'm sorry. Yeah, it's early. Exactly. No, this is the earliest I've ever recorded a podcast. This is great, though.
Yeah.
Honestly, so then we can get this done. I can get this edited this weekend. You know, we get it up. But yeah, man. So you say let's talk about the NBA a little bit. You know I was gonna ask this question.
Yeah, I know.
I just mentioned it to you. What's going on with your Lakers, man? Because you said in the last time you were on 2 years ago, you said, "Oh man, you know,
they won a chip during that time, by the way,
but we didn't even talk about this, man.
What?
Your hero,
man,
bro.
It's coming up on 2 years.
It's been that long since we talked.
Yeah. On
this podcast, bro. Okay, now I gotta get your
recap.
Yeah. Dang, bro. Like, it's been almost 2 years. You know, when you came on here, I'll probably play the audio clip so you guys can hear, you know, what Matt... Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, what Matt had to say about, you know, the late, great Kobe Bryant. Elaborate on this question because I already know what you're going to say, but it's whatever. Go ahead and say it.
So my favorite basketball player of all time is Kobe Bean Bryant. Drafted in 1996, straight out of high school. You know, third all-time scoring. All right, 5
we
rings,
know who Kobe
MVP.
is.
MVP. All right. Well,
talk about why you like him.
My dad was a Lakers fan growing up, so when I grew up, I just followed him, and Kobe was the star of the team. So I watched him a lot. You know, they play on the West Coast, so the games are at 10:30, but I stay up and watch the games, and just how hard he plays. Like his work ethic, you know, everything he did inspired me as a young kid. So I stuck with him, and I will continue to stick with him, you know, forever, because he's a GOAT.
Whatever.
Besides Michael Jordan.
Oh my God.
Besides Michael Jordan.
This guy.
No LeBron. I'm not
we're LeBron guys over here.
No,
yeah. You know, talk to me about how you sort of dealt with that.
That was terrible. Look, it's about to be when we play St. Peter's on Wednesday, that'll be 2 years since, bro, it was crazy. It was like we were coming out of practice and everybody's just checking the news and all that stuff, just couldn't believe it. everybody was crying. Like I was definitely crying. It was just a terrible, terrible time. And his daughter, like
Yeah.
But after that time, like he's been introduced to the Hall of Fame. So like his wife had a beautiful speech. Michael Jordan said stuff. So everybody's honoring his legacy. I think he got. I'm saying I gotta shout him out. My screen, the back of my thing.
Exactly.
So yeah, man, it's so terrible, but his legacy will live forever. So
yeah,
he inspires so much and will continue to. So.
No, absolutely,
RIP, man.
Absolutely, man, and that's something I wish I talked to you about earlier. On this podcast, because you just spoke well of him now, but like even back then, like before any of that even happened, you're just
yeah, bro, favorite
infatuated.
player,
He was your guy,
man.
And then you even come in here drinking a body armor, man. Like
you
are Kobe through and through, man.
For real.
You got like what 3 pairs of Kobe's that you got in our Maris colorways just so you could wear them.
Got to, yeah, man. Best kicks for sure.
I feel that, and I respect that too, man. And I wasn't even a Kobe fan, growing up. I'm a LeBron.
Yeah, we know. We don't gotta talk about him right now.
Yeah,
we'll get to that when we talk about the Lakers.
Okay. Yeah, but no, I mean, I obviously, since that's happened, I have my respect for Kobe, obviously, because he's one of the pioneers of basketball like modern basketball, as I should say, not pioneer of like real basketball, but he really helped, usher in the generation of the basketball players that we have today.
Mm-hmm.
Like all the guys you see in the league right now grew up watching Kobe, grew up watching Bron and all those guys. And you see the influence that he has on not only like, even players' fashions, players' playing style, and just the mindset, a player's mindset. How do you think you embody that, sort of the Mamba mentality? What are some of the things? Because I definitely see you try to embody that as well.
Yeah, it's just trying to get better every day. That's the basic meaning of like the Mamba mentality. So, just try to do that every time I'm on the court, compete as hard as I can. Try to like soak up the most knowledge. Just really try to be a student to the game like he was. Just try to take the things he used to make himself such a great player and apply it to myself. So that's what it's about, really.
That's awesome. And I see your posts every game day
man.
On Snapchat, and you got a different post every single time. Tell me about that. What made you want to do that, and what
is it? Last season, like I said, just trying to take every game like very seriously. So like he did. So, before the season, just, like, searched up a bunch of pictures of him, like, pregame, just, like, sitting on the bench and made a little album with my photos. And then, that's how I got to
Stone Cold.
Yeah, man.
Stone Cold. For those of you who don't know, Matt, every game day, posts a picture of Kobe Bryant.
Pretty much.
Sitting there like that. With music saying game day, time to lock in.
Time to lock in, man, for sure.
I love that. And, we talk about, sort of our idols and whatnot, but who are some of the players that you look at in today's modern game that you try to, not exactly model your game after, but you try to, who you can take stuff from?
Man, I just watch everybody, and I'm just in awe of, like, things everybody can do. How it like necessarily applies to my game, though, I would say like Draymond Green is like a really like
I like that.
Just like his mind of the game, right now the way I was like defensively, especially like I would compare myself to him.
Okay.
The way we see the game, the way we impact the game, like that, like somebody on the defensive end, like that definitely who I would like compare myself to, but. Offensively, like I just watch everybody. Like, I watch Steph, you watch KD, you watch Kyrie. I just watch everybody. I'm in awe. Like, obviously you can't do everything that they do. But it's just watching them every day. Like, just makes you like enjoy the game that much more. So
yeah, no, you got to remember you are playing college basketball.
Yeah, a little more limited. But it's awesome to watch every night. So,
yeah, and I kind of like that Draymond comparison that you just made because. He thinks like 2 to 3 plays ahead. And it's crazy how he's able to do that sometimes. You know, on both ends of the court. Yeah. Like he'll see one thing. Like he's one I'd like to call like a basketball savant. Mm-hmm. And I think it's somewhat to a greater degree than LeBron James, even though LeBron James is like probably the best at it. The best. Yeah. Like he can look 2 or 3 ahead, but like LeBron James will look 2-3 plays ahead and he'll make the play. Yeah. And that he'll see. Draymond Green will look 2 to 3 plays ahead, and then he'll set Steph, Clay, KD when he was there, Jordan Poole even at times. He'll set them up to get the shot that they want to get. Right. Like, whereas LeBron can take that shot. Right. Draymond is setting them up to get that shot.
Yeah, he's like really studied the game. You could tell, and like knows the ins and outs of the Warriors, like what they want to do on offense, where Steph likes the ball, where Clay likes the ball. Like when they're playing this way, like back cut, you know, it's crazy. So he's definitely fun to watch.
Absolutely, and you know, I like the Draymond comparison for you, like that how you say like just because of his defensive intensity, his defensive intelligence, and I can see that. But I mean, I think you have more to offer.
Yeah, Draymond can't shoot. That's why I specifically made the defense.
Right. Okay.
He gotta get the jumper back.
Yeah.
Because the finals, he is like what 7
2016 finals, he had 28.
He had 7 threes. Yes. 7 threes. Man, that was a fluke. That was a fluke, bro.
He had 28 that game.
He went crazy.
What the heck?
Wasn't enough though.
Exactly. Nah, Bron is a different level.
Kyrie, man, what?
Both of them.
All right,
Shoot,
all right.
both of them.
All right.
They both made plays.
Yeah, they did. They did for sure. Yeah.
No, but I love that. And then, you know, I started calling you this. It hasn't really caught on. I started calling you Matt Tease.
Yeah, nah.
Like my guy Matisse Thybulle on the Philadelphia 76ers. You know, he just because of his ability, like he's the star stopper. Yeah. You know, like he'll take another team's star player and he'll put them through 48 minutes of I don't even want to play basketball right now. You know, and that's what I compare you to that because like a lot time after time you've been able to hold like other teams' best player to below their scoring average. Yeah. What do you think about that?
I mean, I see what you're saying with the comparison, with the shutting the people down. So. I appreciate that.
Yeah. Matt Tease.
I don't know if it'll stick. Maybe for you, but you can call me a dog. I'll accept it.
Man, I called you a bunch of nicknames the past few years.
Man, a lot.
I'd be forgetting sometimes.
Yeah, me too. But
Big Rick.
Yeah, that was an old one.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. Wait. So wait. Do people still call you Rick, or is that like so?
A little bit, kind of just like Braden and Jordan, kind of the guys that were here, like
right.
Back then, the other guys don't really know about it.
Exactly. So, exactly. Where does that come from? That comes because you look like Cuba Gooding Jr., right?
Nah, bro, I don't know. Zay just one day was just like giving everybody nicknames, and he was like, "You pretty Ricky, whatever."
Yeah, but
I don't know if it's because I look like somebody though. He just said it.
Like it's definitely, bro.
I don't know, bro.
I could put a side by side of you and Cuba Gooding Jr.
You could do that.
Look like
who?
Cuba Gooding Jr. You ever seen Boys in the Hood?
Oh yeah. Oh,
he's the one yelled out, "Ricky!" You
say I look like him?
Yes.
Nah, bro, I don't think that's why he said it.
Bro, what?
I mean, we'll see.
Can I show you a picture?
Nah, I know what he looks like.
Oh, okay,
I know what he looks like.
Yeah.
But Zay never said specifically like, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, I thought it was because.
Nah, bro.
Really?
Yeah. He never said like, oh, it's because you look like him.
Oh, nah, yeah, because he's not even Ricky in the movie.
That's what I'm saying. He was like Darius D-Rock. Like, you know, he just kind of.
Yeah, which is kind of messed up because I was T-Rock. You know, where's the originality in that? And then I lost my nickname.
I didn't know that.
Because Darius became D-Rock. And I was T-Rock my freshman year, but it's all right.
Now
I'm
cool. Money, though.
I'm cool now. Yeah, I'm cool. That's crazy. Wait, so it's not because of Rick?
Bro, you gotta ask Zay. He never said it. He never specified it. That was just the name he came up with.
We need some clarification. Wow. That's blowing my mind.
I see that.
That's really blowing my mind, man. But no, that's crazy. But yeah, no, I mean, the Matisse comparison, I really like it. in my personal opinion. You know, just because of being me.
Yeah.
But let's talk about your Lakers. What's going on? Below 500.
Yeah, bro. One game below 500, 22-23. Just lost to the Pacers. Russ, you saw that? Russ was benched the last 4 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah, and Vogel said something about, you know.
He said I was just putting the guys who thought could win the game. Man, I don't know, man. Sometimes they don't look like they are interested in the game. Like, they're all older. Like, LeBron is doing his thing. Like, he's killing. Like, so I got no complaints about him. AD, like, I don't know. He got to get back to...
Yeah, he hasn't been... He's been out.
But like,
yeah,
he like, I think sprained his MCL or something like that. Jeez. So he's coming back within the next month, but we need him to like really step it up because defense is just terrible. We like 27th in the league in defensive rating.
Jeez.
So it's like LeBron's averaging 35, whatever the last 10 games,
yeah,
but they're
right.
losing like.
Exactly.
But I think All-Star break. I mean, I don't know if they'll make any trades or whatever, but I think after the All-Star break, they're going to be all right.
Would you like to see any moves being made? And if so, what would you like to see done?
I don't even know who's really a free agent, like who's available, kind of. So I don't want to say anything, but I don't want to give up on Russ yet.
Okay.
Because usually second half of the season, like he's been on a different team like the past 3 years. He was with the Rockets and to the Wizards.
Right.
So he just keeps bouncing. He just got to get adjusted. But
he always has this one period of the season where he's like
shaky,
30-point triple doubles, where he literally looks like
when he starts turning it up,
the best player in the world, bro. Exactly. Like there was a time period last year in Washington where he was like dropping like 30-20 games.
Yes,
like
bro.
what, bro?
He second half he gonna turn.
Yes,
I got faith in him for sure.
Exactly. Brock literally carried them to the playoffs.
Yeah.
You know when they ran into. They ran into a buzzsaw.
Bro, that was not a worthy of, the Wizards were trash.
They had 2 All-Stars. Sixers had 2 All-Stars. Man. They ran into a buzzsaw.
Okay. You can be happy about that. What happened next year?
All right. Listen.
What happened to the Hawks?
Listen, man. Sixers are making their way up. You will learn
for sure, man. I got respect, but they don't got a point guard. You know, what
you mean? Tyrese Maxey is a decent point guard. I was just telling you
to
we
win
should trade for Kobe White, though. But
what's up with the Ben Simmons, man? What's the inside?
Oh, we're gonna okay.
I don't even know.
Just just like how you said you're not ready to give up on Russ. I'm not ready to give up on Ben Simmons. Ben Simmons, please come back to the Sixers. I love you.
Yo.
I'm kidding. But no, for real, like if Ben Simmons doesn't want to come back, I think they should trade for Buddy Hield.
Okay.
Right?
Buddy Hield, yeah. You think that'll get him a chip?
Buddy Hield, Tyrese Halliburton.
Both of them?
Mm-hmm. Did you see the package that they put? The Kings wanted. Kings wanted Hield, Halliburton, Barnes for Matisse, Tobias, Ben Simmons.
Wow. That's not good.
Yeah, Kings were going to give up 2 first rounds too. But, I mean, that's still...
Yeah,
less, can't give up Ben Simmons and Matisse Thybulle. That's too much defense.
Tobias. Oh, defense. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Tobias has had a rough year this year.
Yes.
People forget Tobias last year was 21, 8, and 3 on 50, 40, 89.
He was hooping.
That's what I'm saying.
What's he right now?
Not 21, 8, and 3 and 50, 40, 89.
A lot worse than that.
I don't know. I haven't checked, honestly, but people
I haven't really heard anything about this year.
They're not happy. They're not happy about it. No. And, I mean, Philly fans are ridiculous.
Tough,
Laker fans are even, I wouldn't say worse, but like they're just...
The standard is like, when you get blown out by 40, like, you got Magic Johnson tweeting, it's like, man, you know what's the problem, man. You gotta step it up, man.
Exactly.
Bron doing his thing, though. I'm happy with Bron, man.
Okay.
He's that dude for sure.
Okay. I respect it.
I just saw he like 6th in MVP voting, bro. He's 2nd in the league in scoring. Like, I guess the record though.
The whole thing is just ridiculous. Like
he should have 6 right now, at least, bro.
That's what I think.
He only got 4. It's
yeah.
crazy.
No, my theory, he should have won Steph's first year, and he should have won the year Harden won it.
Yeah.
2018 Bron was insane.
Yeah.
And Harden should have won it.
Giannis's year?
Wait. No, Bron should have won it
Not
Derrick
Giannis.
Rose's year and James Harden's year. Harden should have won it Steph's first year.
2015.
And Bron should have won it in 2018. And then Bron should have also won it Giannis' second year.
I was about to say, Giannis is 2-time, right?
Yeah.
I knew I wasn't bugging.
No, I mean, that's just my personal opinion.
D-Rose won, what, 2010, 2011?
2011, yeah. But he was the youngest MVP at the
It was
time.
21?
Yeah, something like that.
Crazy.
But, I mean, that was Bron's second year in
he-
Miami.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bro. He
I thought
definitely
he
should
should've.
snubbed. Like, they just can't give it to him every year, I guess.
That's what I'm saying.
But
Yeah.
he should definitely have 4 is not enough. Like, he definitely needs more. Bro.
No,
It's
yeah.
crazy.
Oh, no, that was his first year in Miami.
First year,
I think about it.
2010,
Yeah.
2011?
No, they weren't going to give it to him his first year.
Yeah, no, facts.
Now I think about it. Okay. D-Rose, he deserves it. No,
Yeah,
offense.
shout out
I
to
love
D-Rose,
D-Rose,
man.
yeah.
Get back healthy.
Exactly. No, I love that for him. All right, so we've talked about it a little bit throughout the podcast, but I just want you to hit on this because I know that you are a huge family person. You know, your family comes to all the games. Shout out to your parents. You know, they're super cool, and they're behind the bench. You know, getting rowdy, getting.
Yeah.
I love it, man. I feed off of their energy.
I know.
You know how the guys tell me they feed off of your energy on the court?
Yeah.
I feed off of your parents' energy off the court, man. I get on the bench, I hear them in the back of my head, I get hyped.
Yeah, man, they love it, man. They live for this stuff. Like, me and my brother's games, they come like once a week. We play twice a week if we're home, whatever. He has a game twice a week, so that's they love to come and support, and they're very, very passionate, just like me. So they just allowed to yell a little more in the stands, especially my mom. But I love it. Yeah, I'm always happy that they come to the games and that they are the way they are.
Yeah,
for sure.
Exactly. Nah, and I mean you've mellowed out past couple years.
Yeah, I started getting that reputation, so I chill out a little bit. Now the refs actually like me. So
they do?
Yeah.
You're friends now?
Yeah, I come up to pregame, I'm like, say what's up to them, so they like, we got a better relationship.
Okay, good.
Hopefully it pans out at the end.
Right, exactly. No, I'm glad, man, because there are a few times.
Man, bro, they hated me.
Yeah.
Crazy.
I gave you a nickname.
Yeah, Hothead Rick, Hothead Matt, whatever. Yeah, it was justifiable for sure, because there were some games I definitely was tweaking, but that's just how it was.
It happens to the best of us, my boy. Happens to the best of us. Nah, and you mentioned the fact that your parents, they bring that intensity, that passion, and I mean you need that. Yeah. You need it to be successful in this game. You need it, to, and it's another thing. Like, it adds another dimension to everything. When you're just able to put your heart and your love and your passion. I don't know if you heard a few games ago where I accidentally got Matt, our manager, in trouble.
I did. TV on the bench going crazy.
I'm sorry, man. I yelled so loud at the ref to call a foul. Yeah. He whipped his head over at Matt, our poor freshman manager on the trip doing by himself. He yells at him, "You shut your mouth."
This was at Fairfield?
Yes, bro. Poor kid.
I remember.
Poor kid sitting there like, what did I say?
And T just stayed quiet.
I'm just like, oh, that's me. So if you see me and you see I wear a mask on the sideline, that's so the refs don't know it's me yelling at them.
He's sneaky.
They can't tell, yeah. They can't tell that it's me.
Man, that's crazy.
Nah, and I really lose my voice every game.
I know, man. We appreciate it, though.
Of course.
I hear it
Of course, my guy. Yeah. I got you.
Yeah.
Oh, man. All right. No, this has been great. I got one more thing for you.
Yeah.
What is the best piece of advice you've ever received? And if it's not the same thing, what is the best piece of advice you can give to, an upcoming aspiring college athlete?
Received? Sheesh. I don't know, man. I get a lot of people telling me I know a lot of great people. Sheesh. just like, I mean, my mom always says it's like trusting God. You know, I know you're a very religious person, so
absolutely.
You know, a lot of stuff, especially being a college athlete, doesn't always go your way. It's like, you know, it's hard sometimes. So you just gotta like try and let go and just let God handle all the stresses and stuff you learn about. But college athlete, man, just work hard. Just, you know, bust your ass every day. Do all the right things. You know, have fun, but if this is what you love, like just go all in, you know, because it'll go by quick.
Yeah.
Pretty much, you know. Now I'm the old head saying that, like, do go by quick though, for sure. But yeah, that's pretty much what I tell them. Yeah.
Okay. Hey man, you acting like you're the old head, bro. You're 21.
I'm 21, man. I know. They just call me old. So, you know,
Exactly.
I'm still young, though. Yeah.
Bro, people act like you're like 24.
Bro, I'm 20. Like, I'm a 2000 baby, man.
That's what I'm saying,
young.
bro. I'm over a year older than you.
I know, like what?
Exactly.
It's
and I'm not even the oldest person on the team,
right?
By like a year or a year and a half
you
at least.
Stop calling me old, man. It's Drew. Drew's the one that always saying that.
Oh really?
Yeah. So I gotta get on him. He 30, so I need to get on him.
Oh
yeah.
shoot! Oh shoot! You heard that, Drew?
Nah, I'm good. I'm fine.
Oh, all right. Nah, but it's been a pleasure having you on. Been a pleasure talking to you. The second episode you get to come on here.
Sure.
Go ahead, plug your social media and all that.
Oh, what's my Instagram? Herasme 13. That's pretty much it. I don't be on Twitter that much, but
all right. Everybody hit him up.
Go ahead.
Yeah, exactly.
Appreciate you, my guy.
Of course. Thank you for coming on.
Sir.
My boy, Matt Herasme. And this is the Echols Unlimited podcast. Please don't forget to subscribe. Leave 5 stars on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. And yeah, thank you.
Sir.